on, YouTube? It's your man Jay Rich. I'm back here at Up for Debate. Yes, I'm on the road right now. I'm trying not to, get distracted too much. But I got a little road trip, so it's going to give me a chance to dive into some sports, man. And just maybe other few topics. But top top of the list as a Texas fan, Longhorns fan, man. It's been a few days, and I feel like I'm able to actually speak on what I saw, how I feel from just getting dominated by Georgia. And, just talking to other Texas fans that I know, I just don't. I was surprised, let's just say that, because although the question has been, does Texas have a Georgia problem? I felt like this one was going to be different. I know the stakes were high, in the fact that we had to go to Athens to play this game. Last two games haven't gone our way. Kirby's had our number. But I just felt like it would be a difference in this one. But, gotta be real, I was wrong. And I love Sark. I love PK, our defensive coordinator. But that was the softest defense I've seen from Texas all season. And it sucks because for, I would say, about maybe 2 quarters, almost 3 quarters of that game, the defense stopped Georgia. They held Gunnar Stockton in check. They controlled the running game. They got the third and longs. They made us them punt. And Ant Hill exception, you know what I'm saying? And you can probably point at the offense saying, okay, well, when Texas got stops, what did the offense do? Drop passes, missed throws occasionally, not really. I felt like ours was pretty sharp. Running the ball backwards, Trey Wisner trying to reverse field, loses 8 yards, makes it a third and long. It's just stupid stuff like that the offense did. But then I felt at some point towards the end of the game, that defense was, had no resistance, no physicality, no fight. I felt like it was like a parent giving a child a whooping, and they just kind of ease up on them because the child just screaming and crying, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like Kirby had Sark's number from the get-go. I felt like he sunned Sark in a way, running circles around him, making plays, going for it, having the onside kick. Man, I think it's just really embarrassing for a Texas and just beat. That G is scaring us right now. And I hate that because Texas coming into the SEC, we didn't come in, this is probably a bad year to say this, but we didn't come to the SEC to be A&M. It's taken A&M how many years to have a good season in the SEC? You know what I'm saying? Our standards are different than other SEC and other schools here. When you hear a Texas-Georgia matchup, that's supposed to be big on big. That's supposed to be blue-collar versus blue-collar programs, And Texas showed that right now we're not on that level as a Georgia. And right now, Sark is not on Kirby's level. And Kirby is a champion. Kirby is a multiple-time national, something that Sark has not been able to do. And really what reminded me and what showed me why Sark has hasn't gotten to that level yet, and Kirby's there and knows what it takes to win. I think in large because of the play calling, the decision making to go for it on 4th down 2 times in a row, saying, I don't care if your defense felt like they did a good job of trying to get us off the field. It's 4th and 3. Who says I have to punt? Why can't I call a play and put you in a worse position that you aren't prepared for? Why can't I mix it up? Why do I have to go by the script? Why? That's what Kirby Smart is thinking in his mind. And so Sark wasn't prepared for none of that. Texas was not prepared for Georgia. You go into Athens, man, anything can happen. You have to be prepared. Kirby's a little sneaky, man. Kirby is a sneaky coach. And I don't care if Sark and Kirby have been on staff together at Alabama. They have a relationship, whatever it is. Kirby calls you, don't pick up that phone. I'm where with like a Sam Presti on the Thunder. If you're any other, Presti's calling you, don't pick up. Don't pick up, because whatever you think is gonna come out of that situation is gonna be better for your team. It's not, because they are masterminds, and the only way is to not let them in. Don't let them in to your mindset, to your strategy, to your beliefs. When it comes to football, to your tendencies, I know it's all on tape, but don't give them anything to use against you. And I just think Sark, I don't know how he is behind the scenes in the locker room or whatever it is on the field, practice field. I don't know how Sark is. We don't know. Sark could be the most cutthroat coach. We don't even know. We're not on the inside to know. But from what my perception is, it doesn't come off that way. And you best believe Kirby is getting into his players' ass if they do some shit that ain't up to Georgia standards. And I thought I knew what Texas standards. I think as a state of the program, this was a hard hit. Because not only you have a Georgia problem now, losing to them 3 times in a row, you're not going to make the College Football Playoff probably. You're not going to the SEC Championship. And this is a school that you're battling year in, year out for, not only for the SEC, I feel like, but also in recruiting. So this is a bad loss for Sark. Talking to some other Texas friends, some might be tired of Sark. I don't know if I'm there yet. I'm growing frustrated because the offense isn't explosive like people say it is. The defense has been very soft at times this year. I don't see them pressing up. I don't see them getting into receivers' faces, getting them off of their stride, getting them off of their routes. I don't see that from this Texas defense in the secondary over the past few weeks. Hasn't happened. And this is a crucial 2 weeks because you could very well find yourself 7-5 if you don't wake the fuck up, Texas. And that will be a disaster for Sark if we were preseason ranked number 1 and finish 7-5. Even 8-4 just isn't gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. I always didn't like the AP poll first, best team in the nation, allegations or whatever the, expectations they put on this team. I didn't feel like we had any reason to be number 1 team in the country. Arch is getting his first start, technically, in SEC play, really. Receivers are new, running backs. We had Trey Wisner. Arch is brand new. Defense was still solid, but still had a bunch of missing pieces. I just felt like this was not a number 1 ranked team to begin with. And I don't know why the media pushed that without seeing a full year where Arch Manning can be. I do feel like my comfort food, I don't know who asked me that. Man, look, I'm a big back. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. My comfort food, damn near gonna be some wings or some shit. I know that's terrible, like some wing stop or something. That's so bad. But being honest, I love me wings. I love me some wing stop, lemon pepper, honey barbecue, some ranch. You know what I'm saying? Big Back Academy, the big back ends. You feel what I'm saying? That's just kind of what it is. But going back, that's a good question though. What's your comfort food? Comfort food. Drop them in the comments. What is your comfort food, bro? Let them go. Let them fucking go. My bad. I'm trying to. Anyways, road. They mad at me because I'm trying to let this truck go. You know what I'm saying? But going back to this Georgia-Texas game, everything that could go wrong, that could have gone wrong on Saturday, went wrong in the landscape of the college football playoff, SEC state of program. Not only do you lose to Georgia for the third straight time, you're most likely out of college football contention. Your rivals, OU and A&M, both won on Saturday. A&M is still undefeated, crazy, and OU got a great win in Alabama and Tuscaloosa. So I just personally feel like Sark has to be A&M. Sark has to be A&M. If Sark does not beat A&M, there is going to be talks of possibly moving on from Sark. And I feel like it's tough to win the SEC, no doubt. But at the University of Texas, you got to win big games. And Sark has, I think they said he was 1-7 against top 10 teams or top 5 teams, I think. 1-7 against top 5 teams. That ain't going to get it done, man. If you can beat everybody, but you can't beat the best teams, you're never going to be crowned champion. And what does your resume really show for it if you can't knock off the best squads? I mean, Kirby is someone that's standing in your way if you're Sark. I wouldn't be picking up a single phone call of him the week of you're playing him. I wouldn't be picking up no calls. I don't understand why we're just so nice. And why is Sark dancing around these questions, man? I understand from a PR perspective, from a coach, some things you don't need to be saying because they can take that. Media can take it and run with it. But I don't understand how, as a fan base, as an audience, as a media, why can't we get the answers of why you've fallen short? Why can't you beat Georgia? Why do you go 21 unanswered points? Why do you fall asleep in the third quarter and allow them to get an onside kick and really just show it in your face that you're not on their level? That's what really Kirby showed. Kirby can smile and shake hands and laugh with Sark all he wants. He hates Sark. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be real with you. On a competitive level, Kirby is trying to destroy Sark. I don't see Sark trying to destroy Kirby. And I've noticed this from Sark in other previous games. Yes, we beat OU this year. And I'm pretty sure we beat them last year, but I feel the games that we've lost to OU, Sark doesn't realize, it seems like his play calling, his demeanor doesn't show that this is a big game for us. It's a big game. He doesn't treat it as such, and I get you're supposed to stay composed, but why would you not bring the best, call the best plays? when you're playing in a big game. This is the time. This is not the time to be hiding things. I mean, just look at the Ohio State game. I get he was trying to dumb it down for Arch Manning and Arch's first big test against Ohio State week 1, but that play calling was atrocious. What we did in that game, we did completely different in this game. In that game, we wanted to run the football. We tried, and it wasn't working out. O-line was not prepared for it, but we stuck to the run all game. If you watch that Ohio State game, they stuck to the run until they had to throw. This game, we go down against Georgia, completely abandoned the run. We stop handing it off. We stop run blocking. We stop trusting our running backs. I mean, shoot, everyone says C.J. Baxter is washed. I mean, when has he gotten a fucking chance? Trey Wisner made some dumb plays, but he's still a tough runner, man. I think we just completely forgot who we were. And I'm tired of us doing that in these big games, of us getting away from what our identity is, which I feel like in hindsight, honestly, we haven't really found a true identity this year. One person I do say was locked in and has been locked in is Arch Manning. I don't put this loss on Arch. Receivers drop passes. Receivers miss blocks. So I don't put this on Arch at all. I think Arch kept us afloat. Who really cost us this game was our defense. I've never seen a game where the defense just could not have any type of push. They did for a quarter, but that fourth quarter, Georgia could have called whatever they wanted to call. Georgia could have done whatever they wanted to do with Texas. They took us behind the woodshed and beat the hell out of us until they were done. We had nothing to do. Nobody was coming to save us, and they killed us. So, where do they go from here? Got to get a win against Arkansas at home. Sark has to beat A&M. If Sark does not beat A&M, it's trouble in Austin. And I don't know if you can sustain this. I mean, we've had outstanding recruiting classes, and going into that, Kirby takes a shot at Sark in the press conference, saying that they have physicality, they're tough, and Texas is only in the business of paying players, and their players only worried about checking. It looked like they were ready to get off that field. They didn't want to. The defense did not want to play football anymore. They did not want to play football anymore. That is what Kirby to our defense. And, man, our defense is something that I feel like we've been able to hang our hat on. Maybe not as of late in the secondary. Had a lot of new guys thrown in there. I don't know what the hell's up with PK playing this soft off coverage. Why don't we freaking jam a receiver for once? Get him off his route. Get physical. Jam a receiver. It's like we forgot that DBs can jam a receiver. Like, I just don't understand why we're giving up 7-8 yards and it's 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 8 and we're giving up 7 yards. Do we want to convert this? This bend don't break shit is what Texas is known for, and we need to be more of a shutdown, not a bend don't break. Shut down. Gunnar Stockton, he had a good game. Georgia schemed up a great game plan for him. Gunnar Stockton it fits because Gunnar Stockton matches what Kirby wants. And I don't know if Kirby has instilled, hey, this is what we do. I mean, he had to, because they look like they're on the same page. The same page. And Arch looks like he's on that page with Sark, but I don't feel like the rest of the team is on the same page as Sark and as Arch. But we got to clean this up, man. Texas fans, let me know in the comments, man, what's going on. Why can't we get a win over Georgia? Why are we struggling against them? Because, I mean, this is the SEC. Georgia's not going anywhere. The Alabamas of the world aren't going anywhere. We play OU every year. You know, we got a tough game against A&M this year. They're not going to go anywhere. So, is Sark the man for the job at Texas? Can he deliver a national championship to the University of Texas? Mack Brown did it with Vince Young, 05. It's been over 20 years now. Can Texas get back to the Natty? Can we get over the hump with Sark? It's up for debate. That's the number one thing. Shifting into some other things, I got to talk about it. Shedeur Sanders getting thrown into a game at halftime against the Ravens. And, that's Shedeur talk. Shedeur is still a young QB. And I feel like you either hate Shedeur, you want to see Dillon Gabriel shine, or you're rooting for Shedeur and Deion Sanders and the Sanders family, and you want to see Shedeur have success in the league. I don't think there's any in between, really, because of the Deion Sanders family. And Deion, you either like him or you love him. I mean, you hate him or you love him, pretty much. So I think all of that, Shedeur has had to endure all his life of being a son of Deion Sanders. We saw what happened, him dropping all the way to the 5th round, which is just embarrassing for the league, in my opinion. No way this whole time he's being graded as a first round, maybe a second round pick, maybe, and then on draft day, slip to the 5th round, and you're not going to tell me that these owners and GMs didn't conspire to go teach Deion and Shedeur a lesson. I mean, shoot, if you don't believe that, Deion literally said he's not going to the Browns. And you know what the league did? Not the Browns. The league sent him to the Browns. Nobody took him but the Browns, right? So, he gets thrown out there. Dillon Gabriel goes down with a concussion. And I think you just can tell Shedeur has gotten stronger, I'll say. Like at the physical standpoint, I feel like his body looks a lot more quicker. He looks faster, and he looks stronger out there. For being in the NFL weight room, this isn't Colorado anymore. It's kind of bulked up a little bit, but just going back to Colorado a little bit, obviously for teammates with Travis Hunter. I don't think we ever saw Deion or Shedeur surpassing Travis in popularity. I don't think I really saw that. I felt like Travis was the outgoing, the one you wanted to root for, the superhero, whatever the kids love. But I'm not gonna lie, Shedeur has way more aura than Travis. I mean, Travis has completely gone under the radar. Nobody even talks about Travis Hunter. But everybody talks about Shedeur Sanders. I kind of am surprised by that. I know it's Deion's son, but I felt like it was kind of the opposite in college. I mean, you see Travis wins the Heisman. I don't know. I just feel like Shedeur has definitely surpassed them in popularity. But moving into football things, looking at the stat line, I think that was, a telltale of the Browns suck, man. I'm going to be honest. Like, the offensive line, atrocious. I still think, yes, Shedeur is holding on to the ball a little bit too much, a little bit too long in some of these plays. But I still felt like he gave his team a chance to win. He still pushed the ball down the field. He wasn't being Dillon Gabriel and just dinking and dunking to death. That's not going to win you a football game, especially when you can't run the football like they were struggling with. Brown's defense was really the one that had them leading at halftime because they had capitalized on a few mistakes that Lamar Jackson had made. So you can't give their lead. I mean, you can, but like, you're not crediting the lead to what Dillon Gabriel was doing. And Shedeur, they were leading at halftime. They ended up losing the game. That does fall on the quarterback, right? But anybody that watches football and sees the X's and O's, watches the tape, can realize there were some good things that Shedeur did in that game. And one of them was being a threat, being able to run and get some scrambling yards, and still looking downfield. I think he hung in the pocket, sometimes maybe too long. Maybe he rolled out to the wrong side. But I really feel that he was trying to win that game. We see the 3rd and 10, rolls out, and, hey, man, gives his receiver a shot, man. Throws a beautiful ball, and Larverdin drops it in his fingertips, drops the catch in the end zone. And that was a good ball from Shedeur. A lot of people were saying he should have took the check down to the out route. Shedeur's trying to win a game, not just hit an out route. Maybe he should have, maybe kept their hopes alive. He tried it on 3rd down, 3rd and 10. He tried for the home run. He didn't get it. The 4th down, they sent a massive blitz. And those O-linemen got confused once again, didn't pick it up. Shedeur has to make a throw quickly to Njoku, and it's just too low. Couldn't really do anything about it. DB's right there, and ball game. So I do feel as if with Shedeur getting a week of preparation, no first-team reps. I know we're not making excuses. I'm saying with what he's going to get now and prepare for a matchup against the Raiders, I personally feel like he shouldn't even get credit if he has a bad game. He shouldn't get any flack if he has a bad game, because Dillon Gabriel has played how many games now, and I don't really know if he's the answer. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, so don't just try to judge one game off of Shedeur's preparation and one game against the Raiders that he can either play or he can't play in this league. I mean, I think what we're going to see is someone who does show a type of tenacity to go out there and be the best and get a good win for his team. But I don't feel as if this one game is going to let us know everything we need to know. I would like for Shedeur to play the rest of the games of the remaining games of the season, so we can actually see what you got. Dillon Gabriel ain't nothing special, man. He ain't nothing special. And I'm gonna be honest, I've seen Dillon Gabriel in person play, and he does a pretty spiral. He really does. I'm a lefty. He's a lefty. He's got a pretty spiral. I'll give him that. But I just don't think he's on this NFL stage with the Browns. And wishing the man well, wishing him to get well soon. But I think Shedeur, if he's really locked in, we're going to see he needs to be laser focused. Because if he's laser focused and he goes out there and have a really good performance, I don't think Kevin Stefanski will have a choice but to start him the next week. And I mean, Stefanski wants to give Dillon Gabriel every single chance to prove that he is better than Shedeur, even if it's true or not. Stefanski wants to show that. Shedeur's job is to not give Dillon Gabriel any light of day for him to be able to show that he is better than you. So I think it's going to be a good game against the Raiders. Hopefully Shedeur stays healthy too. You don't want to see a player get injured. But I do see why. I mean, he's getting his shot. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it goes. I'll check back with y'all later. But just wanted to go and talk about these two topics here. Go Longhorns. God bless him. Peace and blessings to Shedeur. Peace and blessings to y'all that for tuning in to Up for Debate in this live stream. Definitely go to the channel, like the videos, subscribe, comment, and it's Jay Rich. It's Jay Rich at Up for Debate, and I'm out.